Read aloud for the second quarter. This entire interim is active. Let's begin. Number 1. Use slope-intercept form to find the equation of the line that passes through the points -6, 1 and 3, 4. A. Y equals -3x plus 5. B. Y equals 3x minus 5. C. Y equals 1/3 x plus 3. D. Y equals -1/3 x plus 5. Number 2. Simplify the following. 2x to the third power. A. 2x to the third. B. 6x to the third. C. 8x to the third. Or D. 8x. Number 3. During its orbit around the sun, Mercury gets as close as 4.8 times 10 to the 7th miles from Earth and as far as 1.38 times 10 to the 8th power miles from Earth. What is the difference in these distances? A. 3.42 times 10 to the first power. B. -9 times 10 to the 7th power. C. 3.42 times 10 to the -1 power. Or D. -3.42 times 10 to the first power. Number 4. If the diameter of a men's basketball is 10 inches and a woman's is 9 inches, what is the approximate difference of their volumes? A. 1,134.6 inches cubed. B. 4.2 inches cubed. C. 79.6 inches cubed. D. 145.6 inches cubed. Number 5. Find the distance between the 2 points on the coordinate plane below. A. 6. B. 6.4. C. 5.5. D. 4.5. Number 6. Simplify the following expression completely. 9 times the product of 9x to the 15th power y to the -6, all raised to the 0 power. A. 1. B. 27 times 5 to the 15th power times y to the -6. C. 27x to the 15th power over y to the 6th power. D. 3. Number 7. Evaluate the cube root of 8 over 27 and write as a fraction. A. 2/9, B. 2/3, C. 3/2, D. 6. Number 8. A room square has a tiled floor with 196 square tiles. How many tiles are along an edge of the room? A. 14, B. 13, C. 98, D. 96. Number 9. What is the value of the expression 4 times 10 to the third times 5.6 times 10 to the 5th? A. 2.24 times 10 to the 9th. B. 2.24 times 10 to the 7th. C. 2.24 times 10 to the 8th. D. 2.24 times 10 to the 5th. Number 10. Which list is ordered from least to greatest? A. 3.5, square root of 8, square root of 15, 9 divided by 6. B. 3.5, 19 divided by 6, square root of 8, square root of 15. C. Square root of 8, square root of 15, 19 divided by 6, 3.5. Or D. Square root of 8, 19 divided by 6, 3.5, square root of 15. Number 11. Which lengths would form a right triangle? A. 9, 12, and 14. B. 24, 7, and 26. C. 21, 16, and 12. D. 30, 24, and 18. Number 12. One of the viruses that causes the common cold measures 2.5 times 10 to the negative 6 meters. What is the measurement written in standard form? A. Negative 0.000000025 meters. B. Negative 0.0000025 meters. C. 0.0000025 meters. D. 0.0000025 meters. Number 13. Which equation describes the table below? A. Y equals 3x plus 8. B. Y equals 3x minus 8. C. Y equals 1/3 x minus 8. D. Y equals 1/3 x plus 8. Number 14. The equation y equals 250x represents the number of bags of candies Y after X hours of work at a candy factory A. The table below shows the number of bags of candy made at candy factory B after different hours of work. After 4 hours of work, which statement is true? A. Candy factory A makes 75 more bags of candy than candy factory B. B. Candy factory B makes 75 more bags of candy than candy factory A. C. Candy factory A makes 300 more bags of candy than candy factory B. D. Candy factory B makes 300 more bags of candy than candy factory A. Number 15. What is the solution to the equation 13.7y equals 6.2y plus 30? A. Y equals negative 4. B. Y equals negative 1.5. C. Y equals 1.5. D. Y equals 4. Number 16. Which graph has a slope of 3? Number 17. Evaluate the square root of 64 plus the cube root of 27. A. 7. B. 8. C. 11. D. 17. Number 18. The cost Y in dollars to rent a kayak is proportional to the number X of hours that you rent the kayak. It costs $27 to rent the kayak for 3 hours. Which equation represents the situation and the cost to rent the kayak for 5 hours? A. Y equals 9x, $45. B. Y equals 7x, $35. C. Y equals 3x, $15. D. Y equals 27x, $135. Number 19. Polly lives 5 miles south of the library and Molly lives 8 miles east of the library. What is the straight line distance between their homes? A. 13 miles. B. 9.4 miles. C. 9.8 miles. D. 89 miles. Number 20. What value of x satisfies the equation negative 4x minus 2 divided by 3 equals negative 6? A. Negative 16. B. Negative 12. C. 0. D. 4. Number 21. Which exponential expression is equivalent to 4 to the negative 3 times 4 to the 5th power? A. 16. B. 4 to the negative 2 power. C. 4 to the 8th power. D. 8. Number 22. If 5 times the difference of x minus 20 equals negative 40, then x equals what? A. 2. B. Negative 4. C. Negative 8. D. 12. 23. Which number is irrational? A. Square root of 4. B. Square root of 8. C. Square root of 16. D. Square root 64. Number 24. What is the missing length of the triangle? Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. A. 3.2, B. 6.3, C. 5.8, D. 7.6. Number 25. Which number is greater than 7 but less than 8? A. Square root of 80, B. Square root of 70, C. Square root of 50, D. Square root 40. 26. In the table below, X represents miles traveled and Y represents the cost to travel by train. Which linear equation represents the situation? A. Y equals 2x plus 8.50, B. Y equals 2.25x plus 4.00, C. Y equals 6.50x plus 2.25, D. Y equals 12x plus 22.50. Number 27. A cylinder is 20 inches long and has a diameter of 10 inches. What is the approximate volume of the cylinder? A. 200 inches cubed, B. 630 inches cubed, C. 1,570 inches cubed, D. 6,280 inches cubed. Number 28. Seth made a small rectangular table for his workroom. The sides of the table are 24 inches and 18 inches. What does the diagonal have to measure to ensure that the table is a square? A table which is a square has right angles at the corners. A. 15.8 inches, B. 21 inches, C. 25 inches, D. 30 inches. Number 29. Archaeologists map each item they find in a dig on a 1 foot by 1 foot coordinate grid. Find the distance between the axe head and the beads. A. 4.5 feet, B. 6 feet, C. 8.5 feet, D. 20 feet. Number 30. A shoebox has a volume of 320 inches cubed. The height is 8 inches and the width is 10 inches. What is the length of the shoebox? A. 40 inches, B. 14 inches, C. 4 inches, D. 32 inches. This ends the read aloud portion of the Interim 2. Please go back and rewind and review any questions you need to hear again. Talk about perfect timing. You just came down and I ended and Lennox did not make a sound of my. I just did my read aloud and it picks up everything, but you just opened the door when I finished.